Hi folks, my name is Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art and the Creative Course Collab. I am so excited to be here with you today for another of 20 minutes of painting. If you are not doing this, grab your paintbrush, grab something to paint on. It doesn't matter what you paint on. I typically paint on paper for these, but these past few times I have been working on a canvas because I have needed to get these things done for paint parties. And so I want to go ahead and use this time for that. But you can completely do this on paper. You don't have to be painting what I'm painting. You can paint anything or nothing. Just start out with some strokes and go from there. This whole series is based on the rule of 100 hours, which states if you do something for 18 minutes a day for 100 hours, you'll be 95% better than anyone in your field. Now, I kind of changed it a little bit. I'm not trying to be better than everybody in my field. I'm just trying to be better than myself 100 hours ago, right? So I say if we do something for 20 minutes a day, because we do this Monday through Friday, typically, unless there's a holiday or something, and then we'll skip. But this is 20 minutes of paint with me to become 95% better than when we started. So doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what day you are, just start and grab your paints and paint 20 minutes for me, with me, alongside me, and just have some fun. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get my timer going. We are working on cute little Patty. I did him a year ago. You can actually see him hanging on the wall behind me right there. And we're going to make him into a cute little leprechaun that's either holding a beer or holding a shamrock. I'm going to have both versions of it so folks can decide which one they want to paint, right? And so anyway, we're going to get started. All right, I left off yesterday with painting the face. We're going to pick up today right there. As you know, this is a faux live. I literally just got off of the live, and we're just going to pick this paintbrush up and we're going to just keep going. Want to do get his little chin in here. Unlike a gnome, he has his full face. And so we're going to get his little nose in. The reason I skip like that and leave it is because even though it's the same color, when it dries, I will still be able to see where that nose was. And I won't even have to question it when I come back with the darker color and just kind of define it a little bit more. Right? There's a skip here because that's his hair coming in there. You could just go ahead and put this paint in there. It wouldn't really matter, but we know his hair is going to come in there. So obviously his eyes are skipped. I'm going to go ahead and grab some brown. I'm like, oh, where is my brown? Right here. Just so we have a little darker. This gets interesting at paint parties when I start to like get them to mix in a little darker color, right? I try to do that little corner and teach them just to put it on the corner of their brush. And we can get it in there relatively easy. We want to get the darker in. This is probably the hardest part of this whole painting is right here. When we're actually working in these darker colors. Because I don't want to overwhelm them and I don't want to make it too hard for them, okay? So I have to be careful when I'm doing this. That they're able to follow, And so again, I keep it to just the corner. So when I load my brush, if you can see, there's only one corner of my brush that has that brown. And then as I work my brush, I keep the brown where I want it to be darker. So like where I want him to have a little bit of a shadow maybe. That's probably the hardest part of the whole thing. Lord have mercy, Kai up there barking at something. I don't know what. Like his ball, he's put his ball somewhere. He does that. So we want to get his little button nose out there. These dark areas help do that. So it literally, sorry guys if you can hear him. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but that thing is a mess. Okay. Could give him a little mouth there. Just something like that. And put a little darker in that area. Now we haven't done his hands down here yet. And that's because we'll put the hair on and we'll come back and do his hands on top. Okay. So his hair, we're going to use some yellow. We're going to use some white. I'm even going to use some orange. So I've got some deep ochre. I've got some white. I've got some orange, just a spiced pumpkin. And that's going to be the color of his hair. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get his hair in here. So I want to take a little bit of the golden, a little bit of the white, and get both on my brush at the same time. And then we're just going to start working in his hair. He's going to have a little hair that's going to come out right here around his head. And again, just have fun with this hair, guys. So this is where the gnome kind of comes in, because he's got this like long hair, kind of straggly hair a little bit. And I'm not going to care right now where his hands are going to go. I'm just kind of like putting in hair, okay? And again, we know this area here. Again, when they get this, they're going to have areas traced out for them. So they don't have to worry about necessarily covering up, although the hair won't probably be, other than just like here's area where hair is going to go in. And then they can put the hair in and make it as wild as they want to, right? So something along those lines. I don't want it to be too wild, but yet I want it to look like it's a beard. I'm actually going to come up a little closer to his mouth because I think I've got too much chin showing. This is where, like, on the fly, I kind of changed the design a little bit because I think I had too much showing. So cute. He's gonna be adorable. You can even have some hair coming out down here. You just don't want it to come above the arm, right? Until again, his hand's going to come in there. I don't know exactly where his hand's going to come in, but somewhere in there. And he's got this long hair. Everything can be painted over top of. It doesn't matter. So we have that. And then I'm going to grab a little of this orange. I have not cleaned my brush out. Everything is still wet. And I want to come in and I want to start putting in some of this orange in his beard. And all over his hair. And we're gonna grab some over here. If you just started this color, it wouldn't go. So you need that yellow under there. You know, with the gnomes, I start with gray, right? And then I work lighter on top. This is kind of a reverse where I'm starting with the lighter color and then working that darker color on top. Because I really want his beard to look more on that orange side. But I don't want it to be all orange. And so that's why I put that layer down. And then I'm kind of covering it up. Not entirely. but I'm just coming on top. Now there'll be darker colors associated with this. We'll come in and we'll outline with some darker colors. And we'll put those, whatever he's going to be holding, which is going to be painted on top. Again, I don't care if I'm covering up his arm. I can put that back in. But I'm pretty happy with that beard all in all. So we're going to move on from the beard. I want to get his eyes in there because it's just they're weirding me out all of a sudden. So we're going to stop and we're going to actually get those eyes in there. I don't know. They're just weirding me out. So I want some of that light and that medium green. And he's got white in his eyes, so we're gonna come in with some green. I'm just picking up both colors. Now I'm gonna grab some white. And so there we go. That's a little better. And then we're going to put some black in there. And while I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and paint in my buckle. I'm going to paint in his eye first here. And then let's see. I'm hoping I didn't paint him like cross-eyed. We'll see. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit here. Need to repair this side right here. There we go. He may be a little bit. I may have to adjust those eyes just a little bit, but we'll see. I think what I need to do is probably pull this white over a little bit, like so, and then take that up a little bit on that side, maybe. I don't know. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if I can make it better. Anyway, we're going to wait for that to dry before I come in and try to fix anything else. This is why it's good to get your design down. Find out, like, okay, how to make this simpler. Having it all, once the design is finished, it all traced out makes it easier. And so there we go. We'll get this part on. Make it as wide as it needs to be. There we go. All right. Looking pretty good. Then we're going to paint inside of here. There we go. Oh, looking good. All right, let's come back and work on that eye for the next minute or so that we've got left. I don't know how much our time is or where our time is. Well, we just got a few seconds left, so we can work on this eye and get this eye going. And so figure out here what we need. So I'm thinking this is a little too wide here, and I need to narrow this down here. His eye here is a little too big. He needs to be looking more like over that way, and like he's looking that direction. And I have him looking more like not that direction. And I think it's because I probably got the green on the wrong side. So we're gonna work a little bit on trading places with the green. Nothing is unfixable, is the word. And so I'm doing this white because I want to cover up this part. And then I'm going to come in with green on that part. And then his eyes are going to be okay because they're going to all be going the same direction. And so again, this is just part of fixing. It would be better if I let this dry, but since I'm on a time, I don't have all the time in the world to let it dry. So we're just going to keep working with it until we get what we want in that eye. But that's so much better. And so I think what I'm not liking is the brown I put on his face. And I think I'm going to take all of that off, because I also think that's going to be too complicated. So I'm going to pull away some of that. We're going to have some, but I'm going to pull away a little bit, especially around the eye here. We're going to do something different. Ooh, I picked up brown somewhere, or black or something. I don't know where I picked up, but I picked up something in there, making a mess all over my piece. So I'm gonna take that away. And then what I'm gonna do, don't know if I like that, or if I will add a red in. I don't know. I'll let it sit and marinate with me and see. I may go over that with a little bit of a red. I don't know if I like that yellow on him or not, or the orange on him or not. I don't know. We're about to find out. And yes, I'm painting over my 20 minutes just because I really need to work his eyes out here to make sure I've got these the way I want them. I'm going to go ahead and just give an outline to the area that I wanted to be my eye. And then okay. Yes, I'm liking that so much better. And then this becomes this whole circle that is his eye. This becomes this part that is his eye. And the green is there. And again there. Okay. Not quite so peaked. More rounded. And let's get rid of whatever this is. Just get rid of that. Yeah, that is so much better than what I had going on. There we go. Now that I like. I still don't know about the yellow on his cheeks. I think I'm going to redo all of that and let everything dry and then redo that. But I do like those. I do like those eyes. And so we're going to go with that. And then Friday, I will be back with you all for another 20 minutes of paint with me. And so of 20 minutes of painting, I should say, whether you're painting with me or painting something different. But here's where we are right now. We got to figure out, get the beer mug in there, get some clovers on the ground around his feet and on his hat. And I think we'll be done. I think he's turning out super cute. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.